up, table gamers? Welcome back. This is the third time I'm trying to record this now, so hopefully this one sticks. But we are here for scenario 4 of the Rise of Angmar. In the last game, which was probably not the last one we posted but the one before that, you saw the king and his men survive the onslaught. In this one, the Witch King has ordered yet another attack, basically wanted to finish him off. As such, the Fall of Rhudar is the next scenario, and if you can leave us a like, comment away by all means. And now that's enough self-shilling, and let's get on towards the table and have a look at what the scenario entails. So, the board you see before us is a layout of an area of Rhudar on the edges of one of the many fortifications that the war has ruined. As such, you can see you've got the ruins, you've got some trees, bit of rock formations, and then a hill in the background. For starting position, the good player deploys their models within 6 of the centre of the board, which you can see nicely there. The good side have 3 rangers of the north who are on the black basis.
Black basis for the rangers, yep, just so you can tell who's who.
Yep. 3 Dunedain, 12 rangers of Arnor with 4 with spear and 8 with no additional equipment. And you can see this is only taking place 2 weeks from the last scenario, so the king is alive, however he has no more fate, having used it up in the last game. The evil then surround them, anywhere up to 6 inches away from an enemy model. These are 2 captains of Carn Dûm, 24 warriors of Carn Dûm, 12 with no additional equipment and 12 with spear. Now you can see there as well a ring wraith that the Witch King has sent as a way to make sure that finally he gets a W, because right now he's just suffering L after L after L. The objectives are simple. The 3 people of Arnor have got to escape. The game lasts until the end of a turn in which one side completes the objective. The good side wins if 5 or more good models can escape. This is amended, however, due to the win in the last game, so it's actually 4. And the evil player wins if they can kill enough good models to make it impossible for the good side to win. The special rules are as follows. Hope is lost. All evil models cause terror. And escape through the trees, good models gain a woodland creature special rule. Okay, so we're going to go to the roll-off. I did forget to mention that Darran is taking over Arnor. I've been told by the Witch King this is my last chance using Angmar. If I fail him again, that's it. He's sacking me.
I think this is a very difficult scenario for evil, even without having an extra hero in and winning the previous game. Because effectively I've got 6 mini heroes, and you've not.
It's fine, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, straight into roll off to see who gets priority for the first turn.
Evil gets...
I get a 5.
And good gets 1.
1.
So it's straight to evil. That's quite a few challenges actually.
It might not be, depends if I placed them within 6. I've left my tape measure over there. Thank you. Right, so some of these are going to be just out because I set them up just out of 6. However, we can start just blocking you off. We're going to make the we're going to tighten the noose, as they say. Going to bring these ones that are towards the back just further around. We're going to fell some trees while we're at it.
Well, you've moved past that tree now, so yeah, take it out if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that for now.
The boards do look great, but after a while you do knock them over.
Doesn't help when you're just ham-handed. So we're going to bring each one, like I said, we've got a bit too far away. I didn't quite do the 6. Would you just be so kind as to move this one just 6 forward? and then this one, and we're just effectively closing the gap. He's going to come up here, like there, and then these again. We're just going to try and make it so that they've got to kind of go through some bodies if they want to escape. He's going to come this way. Ringwraith sending these because the Ringwraith can see an escape pattern already, and then the rest start going to go forward. And he is just out. Like I said, a lot of these. And there we go.
It's an interesting start. The noose is tightened, but I do get a lot of charge options now. So I think it's just a case of working out. So there is, just behind the camera here, quite a few Carn Dûm warriors and just a handful of rangers there. So what I'll do is I'll get the roaming cam on shortly just so you can see where they all are. But then it's having a look at which is the weakest part of the net.
And don't forget, you've got the joys of every single charge having to roll a courage test.
I have. So I think I'm just going to start running. The brave rangers of the north, the Dunedain, are going straight up. So
what is it, Monty Python? Brave Sir Robin?
It is. So if I come up this section, it's nice little steps. Anywhere else, so that's 2 inches to there, then 4 up the steps, 4 to the bottom, and 2 up there. I think the king now is going to valiantly start moving his way forward. So he can't quite get in front of that wraith because the king's blocked his arc.
The valiant men of Arnor falling back.
Which is probably the safest thing they could do.
Yes, I feel like if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't have even stopped.
No,
for a cup of tea. I would have just kept running.
Yep. Well, that's it. The mission is survive. So it'd be fairly stupid to not try and survive by being brave and going into combat. As you can see there, those are very brave Dunedains and Rangers of the North are quickly running down the one ramp that Rick forgot to put any models on. You can see there's a guy there just behind the wall as well. It's the crouching one. And then you've got 5 on that ramp at the moment. So it depends if Rick can chase after them all, otherwise it's going to be a very short scenario number 4 compared to scenario number 1, which took absolutely forever.
Oh, don't get me started.
And we had to re-record it several times due to technical issues.
I mean, when it got uploaded, it was 2 hours. It wasn't 2 hours, guys. It was a very long time.
Weeks.
In fact, you may have even noticed in the videos, my clothes changed.
Several times. Should we roll off for priority since there's no charges? At 4.
3.
So, I will take it. Any actions off you?
No, don't think so. No.
So, yep, none from me either. Unless Dunedains have heroic march or rangers do, which I don't think they do, but I don't use them that often. Nope, heroic accuracy on both. Nice march would have helped. The king does have march, but I'm not going to use it because it'd feel like the king's got into this scenario and managed to encourage everyone to run away twice as fast, which I think would really be unfair on the scenario. So, yeah, just on to me, isn't it? So 6 takes him to there, another 6 to there. Doesn't quite feel like I'm playing this, more just running away. But how brave are these rangers? So he's going to go up. The king is going to charge the wraith and the guy next to the wraith. And because he's King of Angmar, who's got rules in the new book.
He's King of Arnor.
Arnor, sorry, not Angmar. Yeah, that'd be terrible if he's King of Angmar. Sorry, King of Arnor.
For this scenario, he's not King of Arnor, he's a King of Men.
Oh, is it King of Men?
Yeah.
Because you must, the new rules for King of Men, this is where old scenarios with new rules do conflict. You must choose one of the faction keywords. So it only makes sense. Yeah. Because if I suddenly put in a Gondor one, it'd be a bit weird.
Yeah.
Well, saying that, it's not too bad. I could put Dale in as well.
King of Dale surviving.
King of Dale surviving, yeah. So let's see who else. He's just moved up there. I think this brave guy is going to come round as well. 2 inches to where it's low enough to climb up, and another 5. I think I need a few more just to be safe. Right, so everything causes terror, which is going to be a bit of a problem for some of these rangers, because they're not quite as brave as I hoped. Courage 7, so it's fairly average actually. Let's see if this brave ranger can charge 2 of them. He fails. So I'll just face him to you, and then let's try the guy next to him. He does pass, so can he get round into these 2 easily? I think some of these rangers are going to get absolutely destroyed in this. You know, let's give him a spear support. He's not charged anyone yet either. Too far away. Just seeing if the spear support could help that poor king. This ranger is going to attempt to charge just to try and take a model away from the king. And he does. So he'll go into him. Spear's still too far away, so he's just going to move up. So I've definitely got a spear for next turn. And then these guys are literally just going to start forming a ring. So that if you charge, I've actually got some bodies to try and hold you up. And that is over to your turn.
Okay. Right, well, let's do first things first. These 2 that were sent by the Witch King. Well, sorry, by the Ring Wraith. It's not the Witch King, is it? I'm just gonna come around there.
If I quickly move that tree, you can see how many, kicking the camera then, you can see how many guys have actually got onto that walkway and avoided a lot. As you can see, Rick's trying to move stuff from behind the ruins to try and catch up before they all run off the board.
Might be too little too late, but this was always the problem. Didn't quite have enough bodies.
Yeah, I think for this scenario to work, you probably need double. Sorry, not double your number, double my starting number.
Yeah.
So when I've got 18, including 6 minor heroes, and you've got, what, 26, including 2 normal heroes?
Yeah.
It's just not enough bodies to do it.
No, it felt like I was a thin red and white line which couldn't actually quite fully encircle them. But then maybe that was because I didn't quite go for a tight enough noose.
To be fair, 6 inches away is when you don't know which way I'm going.
Yeah. Right, so let's go with some charges. He's going to go into there like that, and he will support him. I, of course, have the lovely benefit of not having to roll courageous. He's going to go in there, take him off. And so we'll go into there like that. Him into there. He'll go there, knock his friend over. And there. And then these two will now just come flying down the hill.
Just to try and catch up with the friends.
Yeah.
There's not many combats this turn. There's no shooting off me. Your magic's obviously tied up because the Wraith got charged by whatever the king's called. And I will remember he's a king of Arnor, not Angmar.
King Argeleb.
Argeleb, is it?
I think so.
You've read the scenarios more than me.
Yeah.
I think it is. That does ring a bell from the last scenario.
Yeah.
I've got Tony to thank for that, for actually keeping him alive.
It is King Argeleb. Yeah.
So thank you, Tony, if you're watching this, for keeping him alive. So I've got an extra model. I think I'm going to start. Are you declaring any heroics, actually? I don't know where your captains are.
I'm just having a look to see what heroics they've got. Well, one captain's over here, so can't do, so isn't really involved. And the other one is here, so I'm just seeing if they've got heroic combat now.
Oh, they'll all have it, because that's the standard one that you get.
Well, in which case then? No.
Okay. I thought the captain might have declared that, so although saying that, you can only move one model forward anyway.
Yeah, so I'd only literally get to there, because you...
Yeah.
Maybe, no, because I don't think I can slip through that gap maybe, but...
Be tight.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're not declaring anything, I'm going to go for the king first.
Okay, so it's the king
versus a wraith, and I'm going to split him off onto the king as well, because I've got 3 dice. You've only got 2 there, so that's you 2. I think you've got the fight value on the wraith.
No, your king is fight 6, my wraith is fight 5.
6. All these new profiles, when you realise what they moved up to, he is 6 now. And the king sets the bar at a 5.
6.
So he's going to use one of his might points. So he's got 2 left, because not only does he gain fearless for being a Arnor king, but I believe it also gives him an additional. Oh no, it's his attacks go up to 3, so he's on 1 dice. Not his. So sorry, yeah, 3 attacks, but he doesn't gain an extra might, so he's got 1 might left. So that gives me the 6, so I win the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to do any damage to your wraith, unfortunately, because your defense 8, strength 4. I think I'm going to. How many fate does your wraith have?
Just checking now. So the ring wraith has no fate. He's defense 8.
I might as well go for a 6.
That kills the ring wraith.
So he did fail the Witch King after all.
Well, that's what happens when the Witch King does a half measures.
So that's a good start. Not for you, obviously. Then I think just move around.
Okay. So we've got 2v1 there, have we? No, 1. Yeah, 2v1.
No, it's just 1v1 there.
Oh yeah.
The next one's 2v1. So 1v1, and that's 5.
That's a 1.
It's a bad start for you, and he's dead. Wonder if you're going to run out of models before I get off the board. And you have got 2 on. I'm going to do 2 on 1, and he's going to support against the captain.
Okay. Let's go again then.
So 5.
6.
I'm trapped as well, actually, so you double it up.
Now, these rangers, they're not the ones that count as heroes, are they?
They're not.
Right.
These are just your bog standard troops.
So it's just straight fours, defence 4?
They are defence 4, yeah.
So straight fours, he's dead.
Bravely sacrificed for Arnor.
But for the greater good.
It is. I nearly said Angmar then, but yeah. And then it's now captain and a friend against 2 rangers.
So the captain will be on the black dice, and then the friend will be on the green dice.
And I'm on a 4 hat.
I'm on a 5.
So it's your win.
Fours again. Dead.
And then it is 2v1. So the ranger gets 3.
5.
Fours will do it.
Yep. Kills him.
3 down already. Maybe I was a bit overconfident saying they were doing so well. Yeah. I should have had my rangers defend. Dunedain and Rangers of the North defending, the actual rangers running away.
Just running off.
But I thought if they get tied up as they're getting off, they've got more might. So it's 2 on 1 again.
6.
5, your win.
And he survives.
Survives. First
2
one.
twos.
So I think this is the all-important turn, because this is going to decide if you actually get anyone before my first model gets off the board. 2.
6. So, shocker, I'm going to take it. Would you like to declare anything, sir?
I think I will. No, I honestly don't know what happens if he declares heroic. For the you watching, I was literally just looking at down here where the guys are ready to get off the table. If one of the front guys declares heroic combat, I've got heroic movement. I'm fairly sure he has to stay on the table so that everyone's within 6 of him.
Yes, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, it's the logical answer. Because if he runs off, you'd assume the others should. So, I think this guy will declare it. That Dunedain. So that will be my only heroic, I think.
Mm-hmm. This captain over here,
Yep.
is going to do heroic march.
Okay. So for those watching, the captain is literally...
He's literally just hiding behind this wall in a very brave manoeuvre going round the back.
Okay, so it's my movement first for these guys. He's obviously going to call with me, which catches all 5 of them. I'll move the tree just so you can see. So he's called it. He does catch all of them. So he's going to go first and bravely going into both of those guys.
He's going to take a tower check.
He should actually, good point. Now these guys are a bit braver and I think they're on courage 6. They are.
Bravest of the brave, these guys.
Courage 6 plus effectively, and there we go.
Yeah.
Plenty easy. The guy behind, going to get down to there, still within range. 6 gets him to there, round to there, round to there. So they're all within range, and then it's the rest of your turn now.
Okay. Well, we'll start with this heroic move that I've done. Oh, sorry, heroic march.
So you'll start seeing the guys coming out from behind the ruins.
So, captain goes first. And then the rest will start coming round now. See if they can put a speed bump there. Over here, let's go with he'll charge there, and he'll support him. He'll charge there, and he'll support. He'll charge there. Support. He'll have to charge first, so then he can go there. He'll go there. He's not going to get there. So if we wheel him round there like that, the captain can go there. He'll charge the king. We'll move this guy there. Engage both and we'll split him later. And then start moving the rest. Into this lovely bottleneck that we've got going. There you go. I think you've got 3 that you can still move.
I have. Your guys are getting a little bit closer. So the only ones that I can move are these guys up here. Oh, they're going to go the full distance that they can. Just remembering that scenario because I have to see how many die this time. Okay, you lost your Wraith. I've still got a big hero there, so he could do some damage to you.
Yeah, we could do.
If he kills, if I can kill this one model, he's potentially a path. If those two die, they can start running this way away from the captain.
Yeah, could do.
So it's your choice of combats.
Well, are you declaring any heroics?
I don't think I am. I've only got one might with the king, so I don't think I'm going to declare any there.
So my captain is going to declare an heroic combat.
Your captain is right there, yeah.
There.
And Kenny's got a friend with him.
He has indeed.
So that poor ranger.
Yep, so green one is the friend. 5.
Your win.
And I'll kill him. Which then, that was a strong gust of gale there. Captain is going to go here, and the friend will go there. Let's see if we can kill the king.
King is trapped. Is that where you want to go next?
No, I'm going to leave that for the main event at the end. We're going to go here.
So 2 on 1?
In fact, wait, no, here. It's still 2 on 1, but it's this guy in the middle.
He's not trapped. The only one that's trapped at the moment is that guy.
We'll go with this guy then.
3 on 1?
So 3 on 1, yeah.
3. Not looking hopeful.
6.
I saw that 1 and 2 from this side.
You got a bit giddy there.
I did. I think that's him gone.
He's dead. And then we'll do 1 on 1.
Yep. Oh, 1.
6. 3 though, so he does survive.
In fact, he can't do that, so I'll move this way.
We'll do 2 on 1 here.
Oh, 2.
6 and a 4. He's dead. And we'll do 2 on 1.
6.
6.
It's
So
your roll off.
So 1, 2, 3, it's me. 4, 5, 6, it's you. It's you.
Nowhere near.
And we've got
1
1 on 1.
2 again.
4. 5, he's dead. And then we've got 1 on 1 here.
Just a 1.
That's a 1 as well.
Roll off.
1, 2, 3, it's me. It is me. And he's dead.
And then we've got 1 other 1 over here, which is the Dunedain.
Versus 2.
So we are using the old stats for the Dunedains, which the new ones should be out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So looking forward to that. He's just on 1 attack. 3.
4.
He used his might as well, so he's lost that one.
So he is a hero. His defense
4.
So its 4s become 3s because you are a hero. So that is 1 wound.
Uses fate and he saves it.
Saves it. Stays in the game. Right. Johnny Bigby's over here. The king versus 2, 3.
It is, so 3 dice for the king.
So the 2 black ones are the captain, and then the 2 purple ones are going to be the 2 guys.
The king's on a 4 high.
5. You.
The king is going to use his last might to go up to a 5.
Good news, everybody! I'm going to do the same with my last might to go to a 6.
I was hoping, because if the king's going to die anyway, you might as well have got rid of your last might.
Yeah.
So, he survived the last scenario to potentially fall now. Well, he's still quite tough. Let's have a quick look. But he is trapped.
From a role-playing point of view, the Witch King would definitely be happy that I killed the king, that I failed.
You've not killed him yet. Defense 5 with 2 wounds and 2 fate.
He hasn't got any fate.
Oh, he lost it the last one, sorry. Yeah. So two wounds.
Wounding on 4s normally, but strength 4?
That's defense 5.
So
No,
5 it
fives.
becomes 4s.
4 because he's a hero.
And he's dead.
So at least the narrative's back to pretty much the same. He still died, it just took a bit longer.
So how many models have you lost now?
Oh, tons. That is 9 out of 19.
Just needed one more.
1 more. 9 out of 19, yeah.
Just think if that one had failed.
I know.
Right, well that's the end of that.
And I think I just realised I didn't move the camera, so it was for the king. It was these 3 guys here, with the king just in the middle, and obviously being trapped, they killed him. So with that, we're moving straight into priority, which is potentially important, especially for those guys.
Right.
1.
3. Strangely enough, I'm going to take it.
So I'm going to call heroic with a different hero this time. Got quite a few options. So he's used his might. So I've got all these. Your captain's over here. So I'm going to use okay, so your guys are out of 6 anyway.
Yes, they are. Which is fine. Everything is fine.
It is. It's a bit of a tricky one here, actually. Which guy on this side I actually declare it with? Because they're not. 3 can get off, leaving 2 on. So it's got to really be one of the ones that can't get off who's declaring.
Yeah.
So this one's going to declare heroic move.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go first. So he's going to come down to here.
Yep.
He's going to then run off the board.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one to make it. Him and him are running off, so I'm 3.
Yep.
You've got 1 more to stop. He's then going to charge with a terror test. Just those 2. And then he's down there. And they were just... Were they out? No, they wasn't, so they're going to have to move first. Which wasn't necessarily what I wanted. Okay. So that then leaves your move.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I should have said the captain is going to do another heroic march.
Okay.
That's his might spent. Because effectively, we're going to go. So we're running down here, and then these guys And now going to form a little wall. You'll still be able to escape, but just makes it a little bit harder.
Reminds me of the old days of Warhammer Fantasy, where you could use scathing slaves to block an entire board edge on certain scenarios where your opponent had to come up.
Oh, I remember those days. They were horrible. I mean, glorious. This should then give these guys maybe an extra turn to see if anything can be done. So they'll go charging forward. However, this captain was already out with his might doing the heroic combat and the extra to his strike, so they're not getting any bonuses to running. He'll go into him there. He'll go there. He'll go there. He'll go there. Make sure he is surrounded. Like that. This one will go here.
Is he charging that guy?
Yeah, he's charged him, sorry. Should I say. He'll run that way. He'll run that way. Sen now just leaves him to go there. Him to go there. And then so we'll just come forward. Ah, there we go.
So there's only a couple of combats really, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm not declaring anything, so it's
Okay.
your choice. Where do you want to start?
Let's go with this 4-on-1. Let's make him see if he can survive. So this one here.
6.
Good start. Great start.
He's going to target the guy nearest the step behind him, and he kills him.
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
first.
sorry, there was a movement. My bad. Just off camera, for those that haven't seen. Just that
Oh,
one guy. It was one guy on there, so he's just going to run forward with the others. Sorry, Mick. And then the other guy that's about to be killed.
Go 3-on-1. Well, you say that, but
4.
6.
I am trapped.
5. 6. He's dead. Very dead. And then 2-on-1 over there.
It is.
You getting a die?
Yep, let me just move this.
So, oh yeah, so yeah, we should see there. That brave Dunedain.
3 high.
6.
Your win.
So +1 to wound. Defense 4. Was he defense 5?
He's a ranger of the north, so I think he's 5. No, he's 4 as well.
So he
despite the
takes a
bad armor.
wound.
So it's his 1 fate point.
Fails.
Dead.
That +1 for damaging heroes coming in clutch.
It does. I completely forgot about that at the beginning. So suddenly all those extra heroes I've got.
Yeah.
When you're
it's
in
like,
your 3s, it does balance it out.
Yeah.
So I take back what I said about the scenario needing more evil. It's.
And you are now broken.
I am broken. Which running away does not count as achieving the objective. So it's priority.
Yeah.
And I'm on a 4.
5.
So I will use a might point as long as he doesn't run away. Let's see who can actually escape.
So he can escape.
He can
I
escape.
don't think your other 2 can.
He can't.
Because I put a barrier there.
You did. So this guy
Mm-hmm.
will declare heroic move, because I believe it was him last turn.
It was.
Yeah. So he's going to declare heroic move, as long as he can actually pass. So needing a 6, but I've got a will point, so 5 will do it as well. So this guy first. You've not got any might left on the board, have you?
No, I am might free.
He passes, so he can go first. And interestingly, he can get into both of those models. So he's going to go to there. He's going to call the heroic bonus. Sorry, he's going to give the 6. And he did call with me, so it catches them. He's now out of range, so he's going to have to take a courage test. I'll do this one first, just to make sure I can win the game. Oh, just on a 6. So he's just going to run off. That gives me the 4 models that have escaped the board. Good job, Tony won the last scenario. I've just got 2 other guys to move and try and get them within range. So he's going to move to there, ready for next turn. That guy has got a courage test first, which he fails.
And he's gone, and then you've got your last one up here, but I think it's a moot point.
It's your move, yep, so you can either charge him or you can ignore him and see if he runs away.
Well, just going to ignore him.
So there is one brave ranger in the middle there that's being ignored. So I think Rick wants the moral win. If you can stop a 5th one getting off, it means you could have won the scenario if you'd have won the last game.
If I just got good, effectively. If I just got better in the last scenario.
That's it, because I don't think I'm getting an extra body off now. So that made all the difference.
I'll tell you who didn't make a difference.
The ring race.
The ring race.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should have maybe put like the next tier up just to give him that fate.
I think you're not using any of his will on spells in the first turn.
Yeah,
probably injustice.
Probably should have done that as well. But we know what I'm like with magic.
Yeah, being charged by an Arnor king isn't great.
We'll just go that way.
My soul.
Yeah, I'll wait you roll
Ranger?
test. And he's gone.
He's gone. He survived though. Just
Well,
doesn't count towards the scenario.
Did he survive? Or
He
did
ran
he get
away.
in a mad panic and then he got killed by a marauding wild man or orc?
Yeah. Could be anywhere now.
Yeah.
And then
In a stew pot.
yeah. 2 brave models left. Which
So
one do you want first?
We'll do 3v1 without the captain.
So just on the normal.
Yeah.
So I'll just move this over.
So let's move the camera
You can
over so you can see. We've got in the front there, you've got the 3 versus 1 without the captain being involved.
And it's a 3 high for the ranger.
6. And then 3s.
Not looking good. Oh no, he's 4s because he's just a normal ranger.
Oh, is he just? Oh, in which case it's nothing.
He survived.
Yeah, he survived. I blew my dice rolls there, as the audience can see.
The next one's the hero
We'll
though.
see if it wasn't blurred. 2, 1 and a 2. So
And it's a 4 high.
captain will be on the black dice, the 2 non-captains will be on the green. 5.
And he's out of might.
So 3s.
It is.
I think he's dead. However, that is the end of the game.
It is. Gonna see if the 5th model gets off. The only way he's getting off is if I won priority this time. And then, yeah, he can just walk off because he's in combat zones of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
2. Not looking hopeful.
1. So he does escape.
So he'd escape as well.
Well, actually, courage test.
Yes. If he runs off now, it's... No, he's
No,
fine.
he's
He's brave. He's brave enough to run away.
Well, that was a very quick fire game. The good side did win, they did get their escapees. However, probably not as one-sided as Darran originally thought.
No, I honestly thought it'd be a lot more one-sided towards good, just due to the scenario parameters of getting about 4 models off or 5 models. But then it was literally 5 if we ran the game to the end. I think the Warriors of Carn Dûm definitely getting that +1 against heroes when you've got rangers makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think terror tests did that much. I think there was 1 or 2.
I think you had 1 fail, didn't you?
Yeah. Which, when the rangers in Dunedain encourage 6 effectively, 6 plus, they're going to pass. Normal rangers 7, so it's 50-50. King being fearless helped, but he wasn't in the original scenario either.
No. Right, well, we'll see you at the main screen in a minute. Right, well, that's me sat by the Witch King for the next round. Obviously the good side win, and that means in the next scenario that we do, 1 ranger is going to get +1 might, +1 will, and +1 fate. Hopefully we'll get this done and sorted so that you'll have this literally a week later. Anyway, that's everything for tonight, guys. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next time on Top Table Gaming.